Akunle Ibrahim, once again, that's my name. I represent the very good people of Ifo Federal Constituency. I'm from Ogun State. Actually, I will not say this started from my federal constituency, but of course, because the Italian guy, precisely, I think that should be February 27th, arrived in Lagos, and from Lagos, he came to a West African Portland Cement. That's in Ewekoro. Ewekoro is one of the local governments within my federal constituency. And I think from there, the issue started here in the country, the first known index case, so to say. And of course, you can see that since then, all hands have been on deck. From just like an anthill, it developed and almost becoming like a mountain. Well, we thank all the frontliners across the strata, all levels of government, who have risen up to the occasion. The Presidential Task Force, so the National Assembly, our leadership, and of course you see us as well coming around to give oxygen, more teeth, to back up everything the federal government is doing. So that's how we started, and here we are today. So
now let's talk about the Kano.
What more can we expect from people with a vision like that? I also want to say our president. And no one in this country, if we want to be sincere with ourselves, will ask for anything more or better than what he has been putting on table and the team he has assembled to steward this unfortunate incident around the globe. We can see that Nigeria is not an exception, and challenges are there, but what's most important is the readiness and how aggressive you're trying to surmount them. And that I can see in the country. And the president has so much demonstrated this with passion and with milk of human face, trying to see how to balance in between two things. Let my people not suffer, let my people not be on the bed of the hospital. It's a very tough one, but so far so good. The onus now lies on all of us to heed and listen to all advices emanating from the respective government agencies, the medical team, and let's impact this knowledge. Let's incorporate this idea that follow the simple process and procedure about safety, especially at this time around. Then about Kano, yep, it was least expected, far away there, but don't forget, here you are here in Abuja. Nasarawa is there, and you have Kogi in and around Abuja. So, and the crisis being experienced in FCT is not the same being experienced in Kogi, and not the same being experienced in Nasarawa. So now, look at here, FCT, and look at Kano. It erupted. I don't want to be too forward, but I rather say we should allow the investigation, expectedly, as they said, will be concluded today, so that we know the outcome. Because I think it's been on the hearsay. Some are debunking, saying it's not COVID-19. Some are saying it's COVID-19. Some are saying it's a natural ailment. I mean, we need to. The advice is just that there should kind of synergy that is being experienced across all other states should be put together in Kano State, because that's another cosmopolitan that you can compare to Lagos. So we should not take or leave anything to chances. That's my advice. Yes, on the floor, motion came up. Yes, everybody will want to talk about his state, but how ready are we? Because we have passed the stage where you want to talk about eliminating COVID-19. First of all, we have to control first. When we control, we mitigate and fall back. So which means we are working from answer back to question. So when you are working from answer back to question, all eyes must be on the ball. But if you are just working from question, then you want to get answer, yes, you can say you want to try this or try that. This is not the time for that. We have gone past that stage. So cooperation of everybody is what is required now, including you and I. Of course, we always pray for you people too. You go everywhere, get the news live as it's happening. taking that risk.
Finally,
Finally, sir.
finally,
Finally,
what
coming
should
to
Nigeria
this now,
expect from?
what support are you asking federal government to cushion the effect of the COVID-19 in Ogun State?
Be very realistic about the whole thing. From the onset, even when the president wanted to make pronouncement on some states to be locked down, Lagos, Ogun, and FCT, those were the three until today, except just yesterday when Kano was added. Only those three states. We all know proximity of Lagos and Ogun. You hardly distinguish between the two. So if you toy with Ogun State, then there is nothing you are doing for Lagos State. It's absolutely not relevant. So it's like a Sesame twins. They are co-joined. So whatever you are doing for Lagos, you have to replicate it in Ogun State for it to be meaningful. So the federal government, in their wisdom, out of magnanimity, has extended their hands to Lagos State, almost equal or about 3/3 of the same amount for Lagos, supposed to come to Ogun State. That is when these efforts can be complemented. That is where you can get these desired results. Because it is like you now fetching water with bucket and you want to put it inside the basket. If you are funding Lagos and then you leave Ogun out of it, what are you doing? So that's why the clamor came from me today on the floor that Ogun State should equally be given amount. And I didn't even stop at that. That the remaining states of the Federation, let the local governments be equipped as testing center, at least one per state, per local government. So when you have these as well, which means we are almost working around the clock to clinch and get this thing arrested, the control that I'm talking about, and then we push it out of the country. The one thing I want you to understand is no one expected this. And today, the initiative we have taken today is to see how well we can make use of the technology to do our work. You can see the chambers, but even people had to take passes and take the risk to make sure they are here today. In fact, let me tell you a secret that you don't understand. The 360 members in that parliament are ready to sacrifice themselves for the 200 million Nigerians. Take that home. And that's why you see everybody today, that they have to be present, make meaningful contribution, robust one,